Oh my goodness, magic. This isn't just editing. I'm a magician. This is a true story. I remember seeing this guy, Collins Key, on America's Got Talent. He had a clip on YouTube go mega viral.
16 years old. What are you going to be doing for us today?
I'm going to be doing actually some close-up magic.
And he performed incredibly well.
Actually, teleport from my hand to that bag. Something inside the bag.
Yay!
Yeah, show it to Howard. Show it to Howard. You see something inside. Pull it out, and actually, yeah.
And I remember seeing this viral video and going to his channel, and at this time he was just like a magic guy. He just uploaded clips of himself doing magic, and he was rather likable, personable kind of guy, good on camera.
Here we go. I'm just gonna close my eyes. I'm gonna visualize taking the book, turning on page 96, writing the word sucking on it.
Is it your missing page?
God. The page, look at there's one word on it.
Sucking on
sucking.
it. Are you kidding me?
And so I subscribed to his channel. Like a lot of people, I'm sure you can relate, I subscribed and then never looked at his videos ever again. It didn't come up in my recommended. I never saw them, and so I never clicked. That was until a couple years later where I was going through my subscriptions. And I'm like, oh, Collins Key, that was the magic guy. And I click on his channel and I see he had like completely transformed into like a challenge YouTuber. And this is like 2017, 2018 times on YouTube when like challenge videos and like Orby videos and all these like colorful like slime stuff was very popular with kids. And I'm like, oh, that's interesting. He like transitioned. He's like a full-on YouTuber now. He kind of left the magic thing behind him. So it seemed. But again, that wasn't really my niche. I wasn't 8 years old, so I wasn't really going to watch those videos. I was just like, that's interesting. That's a cool YouTube story. So I click off. Don't see him again all up until earlier this week. Me and my girl were watching YouTube videos on the TV, and I think we were scrolling through like the challenge category or something. And we came across like a 5-year-old Collins Key video. And I'm like, oh crap, there's that guy once again. And so I click on it just to go to his channel, and I click and I notice dude has like 20 million subscribers. Every video has over like 10, 20 million views. But yet he hadn't uploaded for like 3 years. Let me tell you the details of how this guy really came to this point. Colin Joseph Key was born on May 9th, 1996 in Arizona to his parents, Stephen and Ann Key. He was only there for about a year in Arizona before they moved permanently to Los Angeles. Not long after this, his parents would end up having another son named Devin. They would both be homeschooled, which they never saw as an issue because they always had each other as friends and never had problems socializing and being outside and meeting other children. Colin described himself as a very energetic, outgoing kid. As a young kid, he eventually got into gymnastics as well as other hobbies. He loved entertainment. At only the age of 4, he would begin doing Shakespeare plays. Of course, it was convenient that his mother ran the Shakespeare program in California. He would continue to do these Shakespeare plays every single year until the age of 14. He would also go through many acting classes, teaching him how to read script and be on a stage and address a crowd. His father owned an entertainment company, led his father to always be putting on events and getting up on stage and being in front of people. This gave Colin his first opportunity to perform magic in front of a big crowd. Throughout the years, Colin would fall in love with puzzles and Rubik's Cubes and trying to figure out these difficult riddles. Colin actually found his love for magic at Disneyland, where he and his friends bought these big foam rocks that looked authentically like real rocks, and they would play this game where they would throw them at each other in public and make people freak out thinking that they were genuinely hurting each other when they were actually just playing a game. They got these at the Disneyland magic shop, and so Colin went back there. He purchased a book full of magic tricks, and he began to practice. He really saw it as just a hobby at this point. He didn't know that a professional magician was a real job, a viable option. Despite that, Colin was obsessed with magic, practically living at the library, studying magic books, and just learning anything he could about it. This let him build up the confidence with himself and his hobbies and what he loved, to the point where he got comfortable enough to just go around in public and present magic to all sorts of random people. When Collins was 13, he found out about this place called the Magic Castle, an incredibly exclusive magic club that only 30% of people would get accepted into, and he decided to audition at only 13 years old. He got accepted in after his first audition, but they almost didn't allow him because they didn't believe that he was this good after only 9 months of practice. He himself explained that because he was homeschooled, he would practice 8 hours a day doing magic. Colin created his YouTube channel on August 9th, 2011, but he didn't end up posting his first YouTube video until May 8th of 2013. All of his earliest videos were like public reactions of him doing magic for people out on the street. Collins had these videos to thank for the reason that he made it through onto America's Got Talent. They saw some of his YouTube videos and invited him to audition for the show. He never really had much expectations for the show.
I thought I was actually going to go on the show. Because I've watched the show forever. But I was like, I'm never going to go on the show. Because the way they always did magic on the show before that was huge illusions and these big props. So I was really hesitant about doing the show. And then finally I'm like, you know what, I'm just going to do it. And it's funny, I never thought I was going to do it until like the moment I stepped on stage. I'm like, well, I guess we're doing it. It's like there's no turning back now.
This ended up being his edge, as he was able to do close-up magic in front of a gigantic audience that ended up performing way better than these big grand performances that America's Got Talent was used to. Collins took this all the way up to the finals, becoming the first magic act to ever do this on America's Got Talent, placing 5th place. After touring with America's Got Talent, he ended up visiting Demi Lovato on set. He got the opportunity to perform some magic tricks for Demi. She was so impressed by this that he actually got a spot to open for her on her Neon Lights tour, doing magic for her crowd before she performed.
Perfect. And the last thing is, if you see anything that you think is super cool, I mean super cool in the show, I need to hear everyone yell, scream, dance, and go crazy. So everyone right now, I need you to stand up. Everyone stand up. DJ Cole, get that beat ready.
He toured 30 cities from February to June of 2014. He would also host the event while also spending an hour on stage doing magic. All of this funneled back to his YouTube channel, so he had started to amass a gigantic audience. While doing all this, he was still consistent with uploading on his channel, and now he had come close to almost 1 million subscribers. This same year, he was asked to present the Teen Choice Awards. He was on stage with stars like Kylie Jenner, Jennifer Lopez, and Taylor Swift. At this point, he started to sort of shift his YouTube appearances to be more challenge-based and fit the YouTube meta that there was at that time. And this worked incredibly successfully for him. This is when his brother Devin would start to feature in his videos a lot more, first video being the sibling tag. And they both together would skyrocket on YouTube to be some of the biggest faces on the website. He started to hop on the slime trends, the Orby trend, some real kid content. The same year he hit 1 million subscribers, he hit 2 million subscribers. He was skyrocketing. Collins first started everything with his magic career, had now transitioned to be a full-on YouTuber, challenge videos, vlogs, lifestyle stuff. At that time, he began uploading his short film, The Disappearing Girl. He's now taking steps into production and directing. He ended up winning a Streamy and a Shorty Award for the show, being a massive success. He continued doing his same challenge style videos, bright colors, crazy ideas, lighthearted, whimsical personalities that him and his brother would put on, or anybody that he had in his videos. This was incredibly successful for everybody involved, making him one of the biggest YouTubers at that time. He amassed over 20 million subscribers. Every video he had would get 10 to 20 million views. It seemed like it didn't matter what he uploaded, his fans would watch it, and they would watch it ad nauseum. In 2017, his brother Devin and himself actually got the opportunity to produce a TV show for Disney Channel. They were the first social media influencers to create something for network television, and they basically just took the spirit of their videos and put it on Disney Channel, which is a perfect fit for their brand. And then he continued this for more and more years to come. This is until the end of 2021, where he uploads his final video, Pancake Art Challenge versus Hamster Prank, How to make Spider-Man, Minecraft, Maze, Roblox, and Squid Game. That is an alphabet soup of a title, and I don't even understand what that means. But this was the final thing that he uploaded on his channel. And it wasn't long after that that he stopped uploading on Instagram, on TikTok, on all of his social medias. And he was gone for close to 3 years now, completely disappeared, with little to no explanation as to why.
So I've heard a lot of people are wondering, where are Collins and Devin at? Why aren't they posting? Are they even still alive? And I can assure you, we are still alive and we're still working on content. We're actually working on a new YouTube video that is bigger and better than any other video we've ever done before. This thing is brand new. Nobody else has done it, and it's taking forever. It's taking like 6 months to do, but that's how you know it's going to be good. So stay tuned.
Colin's brother Devin put this on TikTok about 3 years ago. So hey, maybe they're working on a really big YouTube video. And then about a year after taking his hiatus from all social media, he started to post TikTok challenges again, but he would go on to delete some of them, with only this posted from only last month being the only public thing on his TikTok from the past 3-4 years.
Tell me how's it feel? Tell me how's it feel? Sitting up there, feeling so high.
It's really strange, honestly. Like, he's at like the peak of his career, top of his game, raking in millions upon millions upon millions of views. His channel has almost 7 billion views on it. And I have to imagine he was turning a ridiculous profit with everything he had going on. And then he just disappeared out of nowhere. I mean, fair enough. Like, I seriously doubt he's at a place in his life where he needs to be doing anything. Like, if he wanted to, he could probably just retire now and do nothing public facing. A lot of people think that he's ashamed of the content he used to make, and so he just wanted to abandon it one day. And that's completely understandable, but it's just strange to me. Like, he didn't try to transition to do anything more mature. He didn't try to change his public out-facing persona. He just up and disappeared. No explanation, nothing at all. For years now. It really is mysterious. But hey, he's the YouTube magician, so I guess it fits his brand perfectly, you know? But yeah, I really wonder what ended up happening to this guy, because the dude himself, he seems like a good dude. Like, yeah, he makes content, lowest common denominator content, but it's like, who else doesn't? There's so many other YouTubers that have dropped to that level. And they either switched up their content to do something different or to reach a more mature audience, or they just called it quits altogether. Very few YouTubers ever really just disappear one day and never come back. But at this moment, it really feels like that's where we're at with Collins Key. And it's honestly just baffling. I really wonder. But anyways, I wish I had more of a conclusive answer for y'all on what happened to Collins Key, but that's really it. I love y'all. I hope you have a good rest of your day. Hopefully you enjoyed this video if you got to this point. And yeah, I'll be sure to like the video if you made it this far. Subscribe if you made it this far. And I'll see y'all in the next one. Later.
You know, Mork, I think you're beginning to grow.
Well, sir, I don't know how much value I have in this universe, but I do know that I made a few people happier than they would have been without me. And as long as I know that, I'm as rich as I ever need to be. So I'll catch you on the rebound, your magnitude. Until next week, Nanu, Nanu.